Stephanie Bain, I have a books. I'm a book nerd. There's so many books. Hello everyone. So I wasn't supposed to buy any books until I read 20. I've only read 4 and I bought 15. So yeah, and then I went to South Carolina and they had this really cool store called Blue Bicycle Books, which is like new, used, and like rare collectible books. And there was also a Books A Million, which I've never been to before. And I really wish we had another one. I wish we had one here in South Florida. But they have them in Florida, just not where I live, because the South sucks. So the first 4 books I got from the dollar store. Again, they had like authors I've actually heard of or known, minus one book that I got that just the cover, the premise of the book sounded really interesting. I had to jump on that. But the first one I got is Bright Shiny Morning by James Frey. I do have The Endgame by him and Nell Shill something. But this is a contemporary about a man and the people that pass by this man. That's all I kind of got from the premise. It's really weird. It's in Los Angeles and like lost souls and stuff, but I don't know, it seems really interesting. And I have to say, like, this is definitely very, like, this is a heavy paperback, so I'm very, very excited to be reading this. I don't have a lot of contemporaries, and again, $1. I don't think that was bad at all, just saying. The next book I got is Backseat Saints, a novel by Jocelyn. I always want to say Jocelyn. No, Jocelyn Jackson. I've read A Grown Up Kind of Pretty by her, and I really, really enjoyed that. And even though it has a character from her series, what is it? Gods in Alabama? I think so. You don't actually like starring a minor character from Jackson's best-selling Gods in Alabama. Backseat Saints will dazzle readers, but it just seems really interesting. It's like one of those, like, she does a lot of gothic Southern novels. Is that I don't know the actual phrase. Southern Gothic, you know? And I really enjoy her, like, writing style, the story, so I was like, I have to get this for $1. The next one I got, I've also read from this author, and that is Christopher Pike. This is The Season of Passage. You could tell it used to be a Barnes Noble book, but I got it at the dollar store, which was epic. First off, I actually did check all of these books. They're not part of series, so I was like, yeah, I'm getting it. And this one actually had like a 4.16 or something like that rating on Goodreads, and I was like, well, I really do like Christopher Pike because I read the Chain Letter duology by him, and it was really like enjoyable, like guilty enjoyable. But this one sounds really amazing. It's a sci-fi like fantasy, and it's just about Dr. Lauren Wagner, who's a medical officer in a mission to Mars. But the thing is the mission prior to hers, they went to Mars, no one ever found them, and even this guy who was on another spaceship that never actually made it to Mars, he went disappearing too. So like, what happened to them? And apparently she's gonna find out, and like, that just sounds freaking amazing. So you already know. It's Dreams and Shadows by C. Robert Cargill, and the cover really got me. It's about, you know, it's about a lot of things. I know I'm really bad like that, but this is about like where it says there's another world than our own, one no closer than a kiss and one no further than our nightmares, where all this stuff of dreams are made is of which dreams are made is real and magic is just a step away. But once you see that world, you will never be the same. That's all I read, so that's why I wanted to read it to you, and it totally got me, so I totally got it. The next place I went to was the Blue Bicycle Books in South Carolina. Let me get the books. And it was pretty awesome. I mean, it wasn't like inexpensive. It was still kind of pricey, their books, but I wish we had more like small bookstores like that. I think there's only one in Kendall. It's a used bookstore, but I've never been there. I still have yet to go because I'm like never up there. But this one is a guilty pleasure type of read, and I know a lot of people dislike this series, but I actually kind of like it. I just dislike a character in it. Beautiful Redemption by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. I actually already started reading. I already started reading this. I'm only 12 pages in. I'm already liking the first like little 2 things that happen. But I'm really excited to do this, to read this, because, you know, like, I really love the first 2 books. The third book, I'm a little, the thing is I have an issue with Lena, but I really love, like, everything else that happens. And it's just like, oh, I love Ethan. I really do. So I can't wait to finish this series and just see how it all wraps up and what happens. The next book I got is also by Margaret Stohl, and it is Icons. I have no idea what it's about. I know I read about it a while ago. I think I have the card in here. Yep, I have the Blue Bicycle books, used, rare, and local. Sorry, it came out. So I got this, and the reason why I got this, not only because I had heard about it a while ago, I don't remember what it is about, but it was on my list because I remember when I first heard about it, I was like, ooh, that sounds pretty good, you know? I want to read it. And I have it like on my little, I have like many wish lists on Amazon. But anyway, this is, you know, dystopian, if I'm correct. It looks like a dystopian, and all it says on the front is 4 survivors, 1 unstoppable enemy. But I got this book for $10. And another reason why I really wanted it is because it's a signed book for $10. And the book is brand new. The last book I got from there is one that I heard Reagan from Peru's Project, I think Reagan's her name, and she had talked about it, said it was a good book, and it is Night Film by Marisha Pessel. I'm very excited to read this because I've had my eye on it for a while. Not to mention this cover is absolutely gorgeous. But like it's like film noir and it's very like old school type thing, and I'm very excited. I don't want to read more into it, and this is definitely going to be, oh my god, I love it. It's so pretty. I honestly just can't wait to read this. I'm very excited. And this is, again, I have like just every single book on my TBR is like on the top of my list, so they're all fighting with each other. Yay. The next place I went to was Books A Million. First, I just want to talk about how amazing Books A Million is. So many books. Just so many books. I'm really like, they have such a great bargain section. The first one I got, I was really excited about because I've had my eye on this book for a while, especially when they changed the covers, and that is The Diviners by Libba Bray. I know that it's a period piece, it's based in the 1920s, and this girl has a superpower that no one can find out about, and that's kind of like all I know, and I don't obviously want to know more. I do prefer going into my books not as like knowledgeable, I guess, whatever. But I got this book for $2.97. That's it. $3 for a brand new paperback. Oh, and you know, guys, I love my paperbacks, but I've been wanting to read this for a long time, especially, I think it's 1926. But when the hardcover, I really do like the old cover, but this one, I was just like, oh my god, it's so pretty, and I got it for $3, so I don't know. I liked the name, I liked the cover, and when I read the back, even though I do not watch Downton Abbey, it's suggested for people who watch Downton Abbey, or who apparently like Jane Austen's. So that makes me actually really freaking happy. I'm so excited. And it is The American Heiress. I promise you, I've had so much, the struggle is real. Hashtag it with this freaking word. Heiress? The heiress. Yeah, heiress. I'm sorry. I have a serious issue. Like, it just doesn't like me. It's just like apricots. I always want to say apricot. No, it's apricot, Stephanie. Anyway, let's stop talking about my language deficiencies. It's about a girl in the 1893 who pretty much becomes like an American princess. And I'm just gonna read it to you because, you know, I'm really bad with this. Newport heiress Cora Cash, beautiful, spirited, and the richest girl in the country, is the closest thing that American society has to a princess in 1893. But her mother wants more and whisks Cora away to England for one thing money can't buy in the States, a title. And it just says a bunch of other things, but that's about it. That's, I feel like, all you need to know. But I'm really freaking excited. It sounds really good. And I don't know. I've been really into like these period pieces, and I really love like anything historical now. it's become a big thing. The next book I got, I don't know a whole lot about. I know that it's a great book. I heard a lot of buzz about this book for a while, and it is Behind the Beautiful Forevers by Catherine Vu. She's winner of the Pulitzer Prize, and it's Life, Death, and Hope in Mumbai Undercity. And I don't read enough of these types of books, so I felt, you know what, I heard great things, you know, mainly John Green. That's when I started hearing things about it. My mouth is like, I just want to work with me. So I'm very excited to read this in the future, and it's actually very beautiful. And the last one that I got at Books A Million is what I'm really excited about, because I love Eleanor Park, and I've always seen Fangirl, and it's kind of like, oh, okay, whatever, I kind of want to read it. I'm not like, oh, I need to read it. And then I saw attachments, and I was like, okay, whatever. But they had there for $7. Landline! I am so excited for this book, guys. Like, you no idea. I loved Eleanor Park. Such a great freaking read, and I'm really into like adult novels. I mean, even though I'm still gonna read my YA, I love young adult. I'm getting more into like new adult and adult stuff, just not like romancy stuff. So, you know, this is kind of like, I feel like romance, contemporary amazingness probably in this. So I'm really excited to read this. I really do love that spine though. Like, it's a gorgeous spine. So I'm so pumped. I can't wait. This does look like it will be a very easy, fast-paced read, and I love fast-paced right now because I've barely been reading. The last place I went to in South Carolina was a Goodwill, because we were looking for something for my nephew, and well, you know, I had to look at the book section. So I got 4 books from there. The first one, and I've already read it, it was really like cutesy and funny. That was a fail. TYL, Talk to You Later, by Lauren Miracle. I heard a lot of talk about this book a while back, and I was just like, oh, whatever, I got it for $1. The next book I got from there is actually a rebuy for me, because I enjoyed this book. It wasn't like the absolute greatest or anything, but they had it in hardcover, and I already gave the one that I had to my friend, and that is Betwixt by Tara Bray Smith, and it's pretty much a brand spanking new hardcover of this book, and I did really enjoy it. It was a lot of fun, even though like the first half was a lot slower than the rest, but for hardcover, $1.29 for this was like nothing. And I'm very excited for the last 2 books. The first of the last 2 is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I've been contemplating buying this book for the freaking longest, because I'm like, oh, should I get it? I don't know. I already watched the movie. The movie's really great, don't get me wrong. But it's one of those, like, do I really need to, like, read the book? So when I saw it for $1, I was like, yes. Yes, you do. And it's so cheap. And now I'm just so pumped because, wow, this is, like, a lot of words. And the last book that I got from Goodwill is probably one of my, like, most, favorite books I purchased, like, this entire haul. And I like, honestly really loved every single one, but this one I'm really excited about because ever since I finished Dragonfly and Amber, I've been like really romancy, but I don't want to read like contemporaries and stuff. I really want to do the whole like historical thing. And there's this one book that everyone kept talking about that's amazing. I heard about this before like the whole Outlander thing like really went kind of crazy, like really crazy. And I was like, everywhere I went, I was like, oh my god, can they have it? Can they have it? I'm already buying books. I just want this one. If it doesn't happen now, I'm just gonna have to wait for a while. But they had it of all places at Goodwill for really cheap, and it's pretty much like it's in awesome condition. And it is The Bronze Horseman by Paulina Simmons, and I am so excited for this, guys. Like, you have no idea. It's romancy, and it's based in World War II, and it's long. I mean, like, it's 800 something pages, but I'm so excited. Like, the excitement is so real. Ooh, there's a map. Soviet Shouldnt. You guys have no idea. Like, oh, I'm so excited because I've been wanting to read this. So the fact that I just have it now, like, I will read it. I just need to read some faster paced books right now, and then I could just take my time with a really nice thick book. But for right now, I do need to, like, you know, get some books off my freaking TBR because, you know, I bought 15 books and added 15 books to my TBR. So that is my book haul, and yeah, I am really not going to buy any books for a while. I want to knock down the books on my TBR, but this trip just had so many inexpensive books. Like, I didn't spend a lot on all of these. Like, these books were really inexpensive, under $60 definitely. So I'm just like, oh yeah, I was worth getting them. I don't regret, especially when I can get them really inexpensive. And but I will definitely not be buying any books for a while. Like, it needs to happen. I want to get down to at least like 80, like 70 or 80 books, and then I can buy maybe like 2. I really just want to buy the Mime Order. So once I've read a few books, I'll go ahead, buy the Mime Order, and all will be good. So that is the end of my book haul. I will see you guys in my next video, which may or may not be a discussion. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do for my next video, and I'm super tongue-tied, so it's time for me to go. Bye!